Hey everybody! Today is a very exciting day. I am celebrating reaching 100 subscribers on YouTube! So hi, my name is Talia. I like books, I like bandanas, and I'm so happy that you are here at my channel today. Particularly if you are a subscriber to my channel, thank you, because just recently I reached 100 subscribers. I know 100 subscribers in the big realm of social media is not a big accomplishment, but when you start out on YouTube and you have only one subscriber and it's your husband and you build up to 100, it's a lot of work and I'm really proud of myself, so go me. So today I'm going to be doing a tag. I'm not sure actually the official name of the tag. I think it's get to know me tag. It's either get to know me tag or get to know me in 25 questions. I've seen a couple people do it recently as kind of celebrating milestones on their channels. One was MJ over at Reading This Life and one was Dave and Olive at Book Blather. And I've seen a couple other YouTubers do it as well. I actually haven't checked to see who the original content creator is. So if I find that when I'm editing, I'll go ahead and put that in the comments below. So without further ado, let's go through a few questions and get to know me a little better. I need my questions. There they are. Let's go. Okay, what's your channel about? My channel is about books mostly. Books, book hauls, book reviews. I've done a little bit of homeschool content. I'm going to be homeschooling my kindergartner this year. I don't think that will be included in my channel a lot. I kind of want my channel to be more about just the books and doing things other than motherhood. But I might sneak in a little homeschool content here and there. But for the most part, it's about books and reading and where I read, and I've done a little bit of traveling. So like I did a travel vlog when I went to go see Hanson. So yeah, things like that. Okay, question number 2 is how old are you? I am 38. What is your relationship status is question number 3. I am married to my husband. We've been married 6 years. This year will be 6 years. Did you go to college and what is your occupation? Yes, I did go to college. I actually have a bachelor's degree in biology, and I really have not used that since the day I graduated. Right now I'm a stay-at-home mom. Prior to that, I've been a stay-at-home mom the past 4 years, so I had quite a bit of time in the working world before becoming a parent. I worked in the hospitality industry, the financial industry, and most recently the digital display industry. So I just have experience in a bunch of different areas. None in biology though, which is what I studied. So, you know, it is what it is. Question number 5, where are you from? Where do you live? I am in the Pacific Northwest in the state of Washington. I grew up mostly here, a little bit, Central Washington, a little bit Alaska. I also lived in Southern California for part of my young adult years, but for the most part, the state of Washington is home. Looking back, what would you have told your 10-year-old self? I would have told myself not to stress out too much, particularly about like choosing a career and going to college. I feel like, especially the time I grew up in, it was very much like in high school, they're like, okay, you have to choose what you want to do and you have to go to college and you have to do that. And like, I would have told myself to chill out a little bit and just pick something you love and go for it. Because I feel like I made just a lot of choices that didn't make sense. I also feel like I would have told myself, like, don't always make the safe choice, because I always tended to look at any decisions or options or opportunities as like, oh, I see what could go wrong here, so I'm not going to do it. Instead of looking at, hey, this could be amazing, this could be great. So that is the pep talk I would give my 10-year-old self. Because if you don't take chances, if you don't take risks, you miss out on so much, and I really feel like I have in my life. And that's why I'm so proud of myself for starting this channel, because I didn't talk myself out of it, which I easily could have, because starting a YouTube channel is scary and hard, but I did it, and I'm super proud of it, because even though we're still small, I'm growing, and it's a success so far. So okay, tell us about your family. So I have my husband, and then I have a daughter who she just turned 5, and my twins are going to be 4 soon. My daughter's 14 months older than my twins. So they keep me busy. That's why I'm a stay-at-home mom. I do, in general, love being home with my kids, and to pay for childcare for all 3 of them would be ridiculously expensive, more than any job I would be able to get. So here we are. Also, the long-term plan is homeschooling, so I'm super happy that it has worked out for me to be able to be home with my littles. It's awesome. What is your favorite holiday? The 4th of July, hands down. I love it. I love because it's warm. I love because it's casual. You don't have to do a lot of like prepping, planning, gift buying, meal preparations, inviting people and coordinating. Like, you just get to hang out. Like 4th of July here, we were kind of sick this year, and we just like had a little barbecue in the backyard with the kids and laid in a hammock and watched the neighbors set off fireworks. Usually we go cherry picking, but the season was a little late this year, so we couldn't go cherry picking on the 4th, which was a bummer, but still, we hung out as a family. It's just beautiful. I just love it. So okay, question number 9. You have no budget. What is your dream vacation? This one is a hard one for me, because I have been very few places, and I want to go a lot of places. I think right now in this phase of life, if I could just go be somewhere, it would be Bora Bora in one of those like over the sea huts. I think that's a dream for a lot of people, and I think it would just be amazing to stay in one of those and hang out and relax and read a dozen books in the sun with the water. I just think that would be fun. Look at the little fish swimming in the glass. Some of them have like glass on the floor of the huts, so you can like watch fish underneath, and I just think that would be so fun. Longer term, I think I would love to go to like Australia and New Zealand when I'm down there. I know they're totally different countries. I feel like though, if I'm flying all the way down there, I would love to do like part of the time in Australia and part of the time in New Zealand. I think would be super fun. So maybe someday. Name your biggest pet peeves is question number 10. So I really hate waiting for people, especially like kids is one thing, because there is a lot of patience in waiting. When you tell your kids, go get your shoes on, go potty, go do all this stuff, there's a certain amount of waiting. I do not enjoy waiting for adults, particularly when adults are late and don't show up when they're supposed to show up for things. That is a big pet peeve of mine. So I'll leave it at that. What book changed your life? This is a hard one. And when I was like, I couldn't think of an answer before this video, so I was like, I'll just wing it. And nothing's really coming to mind now. Besides, like, I think the Bible is a book that generally changes my life day to day as I'm going through it and reading it. But as far as just like books I've picked up that have been like, oh yeah, this is amazing and has changed my life, I think every book does that in a little way, because every book like changes your perspective a little bit, or teaches you something, or shows you a type of writing you don't like if it's a book you don't like. I don't know. So I don't have a great answer for that. If I think of one before this is over, I'll tell you. What simple invention improved the world? Again, it's hard. Let me think for a minute. I feel like saying the light bulb is the easy way out. But really, electricity is so convenient. So I'm gonna say the light bulb. Favorite movies, TV shows. So I really do not watch a lot of movies or television anymore. I just read a lot. But I did back in the day. I really liked Friends. That is a favorite. I laugh and laugh and laugh. The Office. I loved watching The Office. Michael Scott is just one of the best TV characters ever created, I think. As far as movies go, I really like When Harry Met Sally. I could watch that over and over. Super cute. Oh, Grey's Anatomy. I'm a Grey's Anatomy fan too. I saw that the newest season is on Netflix. recently. So I do want to make time to watch that because I want to stay caught up on that. I do love Meredith Grey. So describe yourself using 3 fictional characters. Some of these questions are so hard. I don't know that I can pick out 3 fictional characters specifically. I will say I relate to mother characters in books and characters who are like kind of trying to find their place and trying to find where they fit in. Like I just read Messy Lives of Book People, and the woman is a cleaner and a mom, and she's just trying to figure out like if she can be more than that. And I don't necessarily feel like I need like to be more in my life, but I like, again, a reason I started my channel is just to have a creative outlet and to do something that's just for me and something that like I get satisfaction in. So I relate, I would say, to characters that are kind of searching in that aspect, if that makes sense. What was your dream job? So if I could do anything, I would work for NASA. I don't know that I would be an astronaut, but I would be someone doing something, helping prep the missions, plan the missions, and I want to be like in the room with all the screens when the launch is happening. Like I probably have cried at every launch I've ever watched. Just like on my screen on YouTube at home. Like I think space travel is amazing. I like reading space memoirs. I'm gonna be doing more of that in the coming months. I just think it's amazing. I think it's so neat. So yeah, I would work for NASA. If magic was real, what spell would you learn first? I would learn how to apparate and like take myself wherever. Like I'd be, oh, here I'm in Bora Bora. Here I'm in Australia. Oh, I'm in India now. Like I would just be able to take myself anywhere. Yeah, because how awesome would that be? Share a favorite childhood memory. There was this time I went to, I think we were in Victoria. We were in Victoria, BC with my parents. And I just remember we had this like funny joke happen at the table, and like I just remember laughing and laughing and laughing. And so it's nothing like big or like crazy. And if I told you the joke now, it like wouldn't even make sense at all. But it's so funny how like you can make memories that your kids are gonna remember forever, just like at a simple dinner at a sit-down restaurant. It's like, and I think about that a lot of times when I'm like thinking about my kids and wanting to make relationships with them and wanting them to be successful. And I just think like that's the stuff they're gonna remember, like a little inside joke and like laughing till you almost cried at a random dinner in a random city. So yeah, I feel like we get caught up so much in like the details of life and getting all this stuff done, and it's like, no, just love your kids, put down your phone at dinner, have conversations. Those are the things that they are gonna remember. So what is your favorite social media platform and why? YouTube, obviously, because that's pretty much the only one I'm on. I do have like an old Facebook page, but I don't really do much with it, and I have been too overwhelmed / lazy to learn Instagram, so I just YouTube it, and that's enough for me. Okay, if you could pick any book character, who would you spend the day with? Harry Potter, obviously. We would hang out at Hogwarts, and we'd go to Diagon Alley, and we'd get some butterbeer, and we would just have the best day ever. It'd be great. What's your spirit animal? Okay, I didn't even really know what this meant, so I did like a online quiz that told me what my spirit animal was, and it said a horse. I'm not really happy about that because I don't really like horses that much. I mean, they're okay, and I've ridden them a couple times, and it was a blast, but like, you know how some little girls like have like all the horse posters on your wall? I don't know, that was like a thing growing up, when I was growing up. I don't know if they still do that. But I just never was into it. I was just always kind of like, oh, horses are nice, but I don't see what all the hype is about. So I've picked my own spirit animal. It's a sea turtle because sea turtles are awesome. And every time I've been snorkeling, which is 2 times, I've seen sea turtles, and it's just been amazing. It's been so neat. So yes.
When is cat time over?
Ooh, quiet time, it just kind of started. You probably have about 40 minutes left.
I want 1 minute.
1 minute? You gotta have a lot longer quiet time than that. So go on out and close my door, please, okay?
What?
Go out and close my door. Thank you. Okay, continuing on. What old person thing do you do? So my husband literally told me the other night. He was like, okay, I don't remember if he said grandma or like, okay, mom, like as if he was talking to his mom. But like I was in the evenings, I like to like, as soon as it gets cold enough outside and the wind picks up a little bit, I like to like open the windows and get the cross breeze going, and like all the curtains have to be like up and like certain windows have to be open so like the wind blows across. And it's so funny because I totally remember growing up, like my mom like had this thing with getting the cross breeze going. So I'm sure I learned it from her, and Peter said his mom would do like the cross breeze too. So yeah, I like to get a good cross breeze. And I'm just trying, it's not even that old lady-ish. Like I just like to not spend money on air conditioning when we don't have to. Like I like to cool the house down naturally. I'm just trying to do my best for the environment and for the family financially, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's totally normal. Do you have a hidden talent? I thought about this a long time. I don't really think so. I'm just not that talented. Back in the day, I was pretty athletic, so I would say then I had talents, but not anymore. I'm just regular Talia doing regular things. Where do you see yourself in 5 years? Well, hopefully raising successful little children. Not even successful. They don't have to be successful in 5 years. They're still so little. But hopefully just homeschooling my kids. That's really something I want to do, Lord willing. So hopefully homeschooling, building strong family relationships. I really hope we're doing some traveling by that point. We've done like, well, one bigger trip with the kids, but I really want traveling to be part of their education. So hopefully doing some bigger trips, some international travel, and yeah, hopefully growing my channel a little bigger too. I want to read some more books and do some more content. So there's that. Ooh, share an item and tell us its significance. Okay, I totally forgot to get an item. So let's get an item. So these little booties may seem insignificant, but so when I was born, my parents were actually living in pretty rural Alaska, and I was born in a different city. My mom was living where her parents were for like the last little bit of her pregnancy. So when she went into labor, they sent word to my dad. So my dad had to hop this little plane, and then they actually ended up holding the plane for him in the city that the little flyer plane was going into, which they would never do nowadays, but like 38 years ago, they were like, hey, we have a guy coming, he's really trying to get to his baby being born, we're gonna hold the plane. They held it for like, I think it was like 45 minutes to wait, because it was like the only plane coming out of this town, and they didn't want him to miss his baby being born. So yeah, my dad got onto the plane, everyone like clapped and cheered, and then he sat next to this lady who was knitting, and she actually knitted these booties for me when my dad was flying, when my mom was in labor with me. And my dad did end up making it to my birth, and yeah, so these booties, my mom actually gave them to me recently. They've been like in her attic forever, and they just recently came into my possession, so those are really special. Okay, the last thing is tag some people. I'm gonna cheat on this one. I think MJ cheated on hers too, I can't remember. But I'm just gonna cheat and say, if you are watching this, you are tagged. If you don't wanna do it, that's fine, but please leave me a comment below and let me know if you learned anything new about me. And yeah, that's all. I hope you're having a good day wherever you are. I hope you take some time to read a good book. Subscribe to my channel if you have not subscribed, because I have lots of more fun content planned for the future as I continue to learn the YouTube ways and grow my channel. And if you are having a bad hair day, just wear a bandana. Bye.